Hello, my name is Katrina. You will find me on Instagram, eBay, and YouTube under Mid-Century Cat. My website is midcenturycat.com, and I will put all those links below. Today we're going to talk about selling vintage maps, and I will give you a little bit of my experience and some BOLOs and some information about packing and shipping vintage maps to sell on eBay. So stay tuned. So I did sell one high dollar vintage map some time ago. Most of the maps that I sell are in the $15 to $40 range, but I did find one fantastic one at an estate sale, actually, in a box of papers from the 1900s. And this was an 1882 map of the Malay Peninsula, and it was published by the Royal Geographic Society. It was a lithograph done in England, and it was beautiful. It was in excellent condition. It was a paper map. It was not done on canvas, but it was in excellent condition. And I didn't find anything similar online, so I listed it for $400 and took an offer on it for $350 plus shipping. So that was a great score for me. That box of items that I picked up at the auction were all from the very early 1900s, late 1800s. They were all paper items, all ephemera, some booklets, another map or two in there, but not such high dollar. In all of those together, I probably have sold close to $1,000 worth of items from my $1 investment. That was the best $1 I think I have ever spent. So that's very exciting. I will tell you that with vintage maps, those kinds of scores don't come along every day, for sure. But hopefully, you can find some good ones that will sell for, you know, $40, $50, $60. There are some school maps that sell even in the hundreds of dollars, and we're going to look at several of those today. So stay tuned, and we're going to talk about some specific kinds of maps that sell. So one high dollar BOLO to look out for, and this is one of the best maps that you can find, is called a MacDonald Gill Wonderground Map of London. This sells consistently for around $1,000. This map was made in 1914. It's of the London Underground, or the London Tube as it's called, and it was designed by a man named MacDonald Gill. Now, it was designed specifically for London commuters so that they would know the best times of day and the best routes to take to go to their jobs and homes. However, Gill decided to have a little fun with this map, and he did several things on this map that are very tongue-in-cheek. And I'm going to insert a few pictures for you to see some of the things that are on here that are interesting or unique. For example, he used primary colors only. So he used red, yellow, blue, and green for this map. Those were the only colors on it. He created it in a cartoon-like style, so it looks very fun. And then he did several sort of humorous things in the map itself. For example, on Cornwall Road, he actually put Cornwall. He actually put a row of corn as a wall in part of the map, and I will show you a picture of that. He showed all of the stations that were spread out all over London, and he had several puns. So for Theobald Road, for example, there's a woman saying, "You are bald, Theo. Theobald Road, you are bald, Theo." So very tongue-in-cheek, very fun. This map will consistently sell for in the $1,000 range. It's a very good map to find, and hopefully we'll all run across it one of these days. Another BOLO map to keep your eyes out for are the old-fashioned school maps in like an oak case, the kind that you would pull down, or the teacher would pull down from the wall. Some of the recent solds on eBay for these maps, they have sold for example, a 1910s set of maps, 8 maps in an oak case, recently sold for $1,600. So that's a really great find. A 1940s set of 7 maps, also in an oak case, sold for between $500 and $600, and those sell pretty regularly, and those are not too difficult to find, the ones from the 1940s. And if you can find them in good condition in the case, you can sell those for $500 easily. Especially look out for the brand that's called Denoyer-Geppert. Denoyer-Geppert maps and globes sell especially high. That's Denoyer-Geppert. Denoyer-Geppert. Those maps and globes sell very well. So some of the maps that I look out for specifically are topographical maps. Those usually can sell very well depending on the area. Asian maps sell very well with topographical maps. Also look for mining maps. I recently sold a mining map for in the $40 range. Theme park maps, tourist attractions, those kinds of maps can sell as well depending on age and desirability, depending on subject matter. Subject matter is important. So those can sell fairly well. Look for maps of restricted areas. So maps, depending on the location, of maybe restricted Middle Eastern countries or African nations, those can sell for $200 to $400. Some of the Asian nations, as I mentioned, Asian maps tend to sell very well. Older English maps, especially if they are hand colored and engraved, those sell very well as well. So early 1900s, hand colored, engraved English printing house, you could sell those for the $200 to $300 range pretty easily. Those are very nice sales. Singapore, Malaysia, as I mentioned, Asia sells well. So let's talk just for a minute about how to ship maps. I'm not going to give a demonstration on that, but essentially if the map is folded up already, then I will leave it folded. I will moisture protect it, so I put a bag over it, tape the bag so that no moisture can get in. Then I will put that in between 2 pieces of cardboard, sometimes 3, depending on how much I want to protect it, how carefully I want to ship it. So I will put that in between pieces of cardboard, slip that in a poly mailer, and you're good to go. If the map is not folded, if it's rolled up, or if it's very large and flat, then I would probably roll that up in a poster tube and just mail it that way. And you can make your own poster tubes very easily out of large Walmart boxes. You don't have to use the ones from the post office. If you use the ones from the post office, you have to pay priority shipping. So you can make your own very easily, make like a kind of a triangle poster tube. And what I do for the ends of my poster tube, just to make sure that whatever I'm shipping does not get damaged and to give it a little space, I will take the inside ring of a roll of tape, which I have all the time. I keep these rather than just throwing them away. I keep them. So I will actually take the rolled up poster and slip it inside this so that it's a little more protected, and this ring will keep it away from the edges of the box just a little bit. So it will give it just a little bit more protection. Sometimes I'll even wrap a little bubble wrap around it just so that there's a little space between the poster inside and the edge of the box, so that if the box gets damaged, hopefully then the map or the poster or whatever I'm shipping won't. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm trying to build this channel and I would love to have all the shares and all the input and all the things. I appreciate you watching to this point, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.